Hi everybody, my name's Alan. On behalf of the crew and the staff of KCTV, or ComTV as it's now called, I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Bridging Heaven and Earth. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for the kind cards and calls that you sent in about the show, the last show, the first show of the 4th season. That kind of support and enthusiasm is really helpful to us because, as I said last week, an important thing for us is to get your feedback. And one question a few people did have that I wanted to talk about a little today, and as we talked about last time, is in a way the theme for the show, and has been the theme for the show since the very beginning. If you notice on the flyers and in the opening and the closing, we talk about dedicated to the oneness. And some of the calls we got asked me to discuss with them and with you on the air what dedicated to the oneness meant. And so I thought that I would do that and open the show, because really that is the goal of the show, that is the intent of the show, and that is the experience we hope we have doing the show and what you have watching the show. So when we talk about dedicated to the oneness we're talking about is an experience of connectedness, an experience of being part of everything, an experience of not being separate from anything. And that, to me, is the experience of what this human life is about, for us all to experience the connection to everything else, to the one heart, the one love, the one experience. And when in a human body, when someone has the experience, as I see it, as I experience it, has that experience of that oneness, there's no separation, there's no division, there's no place for us to be in any kind of conflict with each other. And when a human being has that experience, the experience feels like love, it feels like joy, it feels like happiness, it feels like peace, it feels like contentment. And that's the experience that a human being wants. So when we have guests on the show, what we're trying to do is have people who either are striving for that experience or having that experience, some of both. And that's what they're here to express to you, to show to you. Tonight we have Marna Clark, who, in light of what I've been saying, her way of manifesting that, her way of experiencing that is through sacred dance, ancient dances. So we're in for an incredible experience tonight, and as we want to do on this next season, we want to have a meditation, and we want to lead you in that meditation to focus your mind, to open your heart. So follow with me. Maybe one of the latest shows will discuss meditation and maybe techniques for meditation. If you don't really know how to meditate, you don't have a meditation technique, just be quiet. Just try to go to the deepest part of yourself. Just drop into your heart and see what that experience brings. Just do that with me for a few moments. Thank you. And now we're going to have Marna and Crystal doing crane walk and preliminary. These are dances that have been around just forever, and they're incredible, and they're powerful, and they're moving meditations. So enjoy, relax, let their movements move you. So whenever you're ready, everybody. Yeah, there's a lot of power and a lot of love in all that concentration. I mean, to keep that focus, especially when you're doing it all separately in a way, is really incredible. I mean, I don't know how you felt about it out there in television land, but in here there's just an incredible vibration, an incredible forming of concentration and love, really. So now we're going to show, as soon as we can get it up there, a video. It's called Old 21. It's with a great deal more people. I think it was filmed, although I'm not sure, when Marna comes out on the set, we can talk to her about it. I think it was filmed in the Osha commune in Pune, India, where they have workshops and seminars and all kinds of incredible human beings doing incredible things in terms of learning and growing. So now we'll see this tape. I think you'll like it. It's more people doing it, and just watch it and see the vibration you get. So whenever we're ready, take her away. Hi, everybody. As you can see, I'm with Marna on the set. Hi, Marna.
Hi.
So, how did you get started in sacred dancing? How did that seem to be your manifestation of that love?
I saw a video of the performance in Pune one time, about 1990 is when I saw it. and I knew I was going to go.
Really?
And then
As soon as you
just
saw it?
drew me.
Really?
It was very mesmerizing.
And you had like a more or less straight kind of life. You'd raised two kids and you were a photographer and just an IBM programmer or something. Is that so?
Systems analyst.
Systems analyst.
Many years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was a total...
It was a life-changing experience.
It was very much. I gave up the photography business. I sold most of my possessions, and I went to India.
Just because you saw this and you wanted to...
I saw the video, and I also started hearing about Osho's meditations, which I wanted to try.
Uh-huh.
So it took a while to dismantle the...
Osho has been known as Rajneesh.
Right.
Okay.
And it took a while for me to disengage myself from the life I had in Hartford, Connecticut.
Really?
And then I sort of made my way slowly.
Were your sons out of the house by then? So you were more or less...
One was still in high school, but he managed. So, yeah, and then I went, and the first couple of times I went, they didn't have the course. It's only taught once a year. So I had to go back again. And by 92, I had been there. I had gotten there to take the course. It's 6 weeks long, given once a year. And at the end, they give a performance in the big meditation hall, which is what the film was from this year.
That was what we just saw?
Yeah, and I went back this year to teach the course.
Really?
So, yeah, it was a big thing for me.
So, what do you experience when you do it? How do you see it? I mean, I know the traditions are like thousands of years old, and it was brought to the West by Gurdjieff. Is that?
By George Gurdjieff, yeah.
Right.
Well, what I feel is very centered and silent and present. You have to be very present to do these dances. So it's a wonderful meditation. If your mind wanders, whack, you miss a step.
There.
You're not there.
Right.
It's not like you're watching your breath and you're closing your eyes and you could be on Mount Everest. Your mind could.
I have.
But if you're doing the dances and your mind wanders,
it's very obvious right away.
Yeah, you miss a step, you miss a count, and so it really is a device for keeping you very, very present. And the more you do it, then like in this 6-week course, we're in there from 9 to 4 every day of the week. Is really meditation.
Really powerful meditation.
Yeah. And so you get in touch with that inner silence that is so valuable. It's what nourishes and nourishes one.
Do you experience? I mean, the way I experience is that is what the life force is. That is what people call God, and that's what the root of life. That when you experience that quiet
silence,
place, the silence. Right behind the silence is the life force in a way.
Yeah. And the dances bring you to it. And I teach the dances in silence. This was a stipulation of Osho when he formed the group.
But you're not going to do it here because we're on television.
Well, I'm going to teach later. I'm going to do it in silence. Right. But what that does is it facilitates this going inside and being with yourself and watching what's coming up while you're doing the dances. Watch the thoughts, the feelings, because it's not just when you're doing the dances, but as you're learning all the stuff that comes up for you, just looking at it, watching it, and being the witness to it, not judging it, and coming back and keep dancing. And so it's a beautiful meditation.
So how do you find, I mean, you don't dance 24 hours a day, so how do you find it affects the rest of your life? What is its impact on you?
Well, for one thing, it's increased my awareness enormously, by having the dances include all the different parts of your body doing different things. You keep expanding that awareness. It's not like you're concentrating on one thing. You're expanding to include the right hand doing something than the left, and so forth. In my own life, then, I've become much more aware,
much more conscious of your own being as
my
it moves
own being,
through this.
my own family, my own community. It just increases that awareness enormously.
So, in a way, what I was saying at the opening, I mean, this increases your feeling of connectedness to all that exists.
I thought about that when you were saying it. Yeah.
So that's fantastic. It's interesting, but I was saying that, like so many of the guests, I mean, that's what we're really trying to do, is get people whose art, whose music, like last week we had, or the last show we had a violinist and a harpist, and that's the way they express their connection, their desire for the connection. And we just have so many different ways of doing it, but they're really all an attempt to experience the same thing, love in a human context.
Yeah. And in the dances, like the film you saw, when you're in one group moving together, there is definitely a feeling of oneness, connected.
And the energy is building.
Exactly.
Right.
For sure. I mean, you can do these dances by yourself, but it's not the same as when you're in a group and you have that moving together. You're alone and you're together.
Right. Which is what the human condition is, in a sense.
Exactly. You make a mistake, you come back to yourself, and sometimes you make a mistake in these dances, you just stand there and you come to yourself, and then sometimes you can enter back in it.
Right.
If you can't, you just stand there and being present. And it's the presence.
And there's no, in a sense, there's no right or wrong. It's just the learning and the growing.
You know, that's the benefit, is the device, you know, the learning is a device, it's a process to find out more about yourself.
Right, it's a tool for growth. It's a tool for love and learning.
For sure.
So, and some of these movements have meaning or letters. I mean, I read that somewhere about Gurdjieff or something.
Yeah, long. I mean, you know, some of them predate books when gestures were used to convey a story. What the story is, we've kind of lost touch with.
We don't know.
I mean, I think in some way, when your body's doing it, you get in touch with that force behind it, or you know, some universal force.
You're kind of in harmony with it, but you don't have words.
But you don't know what the
it.
words are. You don't really know the story you're telling. But they do. Some of them date back to those days.
Yeah, right.
When a gesture stood for an alphabet.
Right. And we're also going to see now. Why don't you describe for us the next video? We're going to see the 5th Obligatory. Is that what it's called? You're in this one.
I am in this one. This one is.
See if you can pick it out, folks. see if you can pick Marna out of this one.
This one was also filmed in Pune, India, and the 5th Obligatory is one of the exercises that Gurdjieff created. He created a set of obligatories that you were obliged to do before you could move to more complicated dances. This one's not exactly uncomplicated.
And was that the preliminary too? Was that part of
Preliminary is an exercise. I'm not sure if it came directly from Gurdjieff or not, but it is in the Gurdjieff style. Some of the things I do are not directly from him. I've learned from other
And also, I mean, they come from a lot of different traditions in a way, but I mean, that's what traditionally has been called Sufi, Sufi dancing.
Some of them are Sufi, but not all of them. Some of them are ancient temple dances, some are folk dances, and some are Sufi dervishes, and some he made up, like these obligatories.
Right.
And
the obligatories, as you understand it, came directly from Gurdjieff.
Yes.
Now, whether he got them or parts of them,
I think he created them, but I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if anybody knows, but well, some of the people, they're not around. But the 5th Obligatory is basically 2 parts, and the first part is the dance is also called note values. And if you look, the right arm is moving every beat, the left arm every second beat.
So you really have to be
the head every 4 beats, and the feet every 8 beats.
Yeah, I'm glad you described that, because so watch that. So whenever the clip is ready, watch everything moving at different beats. So let's go. You know, it's interesting. Well, first, a couple of things are interesting about that. One, Marna is going to teach the beginning of that. We're going to have a little teaching session, about a 10 or 12-minute teaching session. I thought that would be really wonderful to see Marna do what she does and express that love that way. And also, it's interesting because Marna described it, how it was, you know, all the different beats. And I watched that tape when we were, you know, when we were queuing it up and watching it to put the show together. I didn't notice that at all. To me, you know, it's interesting how, like, when you really know how something is, you really can see the subtlety. And I was just watching, it's like, how long is it?
Yeah, well, it's like at the Olympics when they tell you the thing that's coming up, and you can really notice it better.
So, do you see yourself doing this like every day for the rest of your life, or do you see yourself? I mean, you're trying to go out with workshops and teaching it and bringing that manifestation to people all over the world. You teach in Canada and India and
America. Yeah.
Do you live here anymore in America? Because I read somewhere and you said, no, I know you're here now, that much I know, but.
I live outside of San Francisco.
Because didn't I read somewhere that, you know, you come back here to see your family?
Well, that was when I was going to India all the time.
But you're not anymore. You
don't. For the last few years, I've gone a couple of months every year to do these dances.
So are you the teacher? Are you the formal teacher there now?
There's a team of us. And this last year it was a man and me that did it. They usually get a man and a woman to teach it.
Do you teach like the whole time from like 9 to 4? Or
we team teach. Yeah, but I mean it's.
You're up there the whole time.
We're up there the whole time.
And you do it in silence.
Yes, but we intersperse it with centering exercises, body awareness exercises, some meditation.
Sitting meditation, quiet meditation.
Yeah.
So would you consider this a moving meditation?
Yeah, I would consider it an active meditation.
An active, and Rajneesh or Osho had different forms of active meditation.
Yes, he had lots of different, and that's part of the course in Pune, is that the dynamic meditation at 6 o'clock in the morning is a requirement.
The dynamic is a requirement.
Yeah.
So everybody who's at the facility has to do it?
No, everybody that's in this dance course.
Oh, is in your course.
We ask them to do it. And the Kundalini meditation at 4:15 is the other. So they're the bookends sort of for the day.
So in other words, they're doing your class from like 10 to 4.
9 to 4.
9 to 4, and then at 6:15 they're doing.
6 o'clock to 7 they do a meditation.
Wow.
4:15 to 5:15. It's a very
pretty
full
intense,
day.
huh?
Very intense.
What are you doing? They go to the bars. I know they have bars at the.
They do. They have one in the commune.
Right. So I mean, do people have to like let off steam?
Well, that's what dynamic is for. It allows you to let off steam. That's the whole point of it. Yeah.
So I mean, in your understanding of the theory of all these different forms, is that there are just a lot of different ways in a human body for us to have that experience and to break down the walls that prevent us from having that experience?
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
In other words, like there's like a dynamic meditation, and you know all the different formats, the different tools
of meditations.
Or of movement or something like that.
Yeah. The mind is so busy that if we try to be silent, it has a hard time not interfering. So the idea is to do a lot more active meditation so that the mind can be quelled.
Or kept busy.
Or actually emptied. And you know, it's like blow it out, and then there's more of a chance for the silence to come and to be able to sit still. So dynamic has active parts, and then you know there's a silence in it too.
There is a
there's
quiet.
15, yes, and Kundalini too. It's no, it's the next to last. The last part is 15 minutes of celebration dancing. But right before that is 15 minutes of silence.
Do you experience any difference in your, you know, as you go through these, you know, in your experience of truth or oneness? I mean, or they all lead you to the same place in a way?
I think they all lead to the same place. For me, I did dynamic for years, and it got rid of a lot of anger for me.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. And I can see that I'm much less angry. I used to be a very volatile person. Got rid of it. Some of them are designed to do that. The Kundalini is designed to sort of settle you after a day. So if you've done a day of movement, it's great to do this kind of shaking meditation and then be silent. But it's all designed to kind of get rid of mind chatter and then come to your silence. And the dances, which aren't really a meditation, you have to stay so present to do them that you're in this meditation all the time, and you watch. You know, the idea of, you know, you were saying you were going to do something on meditation, the witnessing type of meditation, where you watch what's coming up in your thoughts and feelings, not judge them, like put them out on a distance, so that slowly you disidentify with it, and then it doesn't have its hold on you.
You're not that.
Yeah, that's right. And it loses its hold on you, that mind chatter.
So your identification is more with the experience of fullness rather than all the ideas and concepts we call ourselves, the separate part of ourselves.
Yeah.
So are you planning to go back there soon? Or?
I haven't made any plans this year. I've decided to stay in the States and really go for getting things going here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
so are you having any workshops in you know, we're in the Santa Barbara area now, we're filming live, but actually the show goes to, you know, New York, Washington, Philly, so people can call me and get your schedule.
Absolutely.
And you're gonna, if there's a call for you to teach anywhere, you're prepared to go.
Have bells will travel, have legs will travel.
Okay, well, let me ask you to describe, there's a whirling dance video that we have, and this, and then you'll be teaching, Crystal and Jeff the fifth obligatory, or the beginning part of that. So why don't you describe the whirling? Okay,
the whirling dance is, it has whirling in it, but if you'll notice there are a set of gestures that everybody goes through. I think it's 4 times. And on the 4th time, the lines will go in sequence. It's called in canon. So what the dancer's having to do is, first of all, remember the sequence, and then remember to do it 3 times with the whole group, and then hold off until they know their time to come in. Because the first line, which will be to our left, but is the right one facing, starts and does the first part of the sequence, then the next line, then the next line. And so this is another dimension, another added awareness you have to be able to count when you come in.
So it's complicated enough that you can't be thinking of what's for dinner.
That's right.
And
that's what I'm saying.
Do anything clear.
Yeah, you'll miss it.
Right. And it'll be gone. Like your life will be gone if you're thinking of something else and not there.
You miss the step.
If you're not present.
And then the whirling starts, and then you do the whole thing again, and the whirling ends, only it's longer. And the whirling starts in canon also, and then we're all in sync doing it.
Okay, well, let's see it. Whenever we're ready, let's see it.
Again, I want to encourage you, as you're learning the movement, to pay attention to where the movement is coming from in your body. If you're doing this movement, where does it come from? Is it originating in my hand, in my shoulder? Just become aware of it. And if I correct you, become aware of the difference between this, if that's what you were doing, and this, if I correct you. So that the next time you can go to that position. So when I ring these bells, you'll be in silence. I communicate through gestures. If I do this, it means watch me or watch my left arm or right arm, and you watch. Then I do this gesture, which means to join in. If I want to show you a wrong way, I'll go this way and then the right way. I may ask you to stop and rest, in which case you just come to neutral. I may ask you to stop and freeze, in which case if you're frozen like this, I may be coming around to correct you, and you bring it down. And if I do this gesture, it means do the whole sequence. So,
Yes.
you're in silence. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. 1, 3. And 1, freeze. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. 1, 3, and rest. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and rest. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to neutral. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I don't know if the effect is coming out across the airways. I think it is, but in the studio here, I mean, there's just an incredible amount of like focus and concentration and the experience of being present. I mean, I didn't really realize how, as I said before, you know, when I was first watching these, what an incredible amount of focus and concentration it took to do them right. I mean, to me, you know, people just moving around and, you know, like the Rockettes, which I guess takes a lot of focus and concentration too. But here to see just everybody, you know, all the different arms and legs moving at different beats and different speeds and all that is just, it's really wonderful, and it's a very powerful experience to be here. So now we're going to be honored to have Marna and Crystal and Jeff do the Offering to Life dance. So whenever we're ready to show that, we should be in for an incredible experience. So. You know, the feeling I'm getting is just that I had the same feeling. I don't know if all of you who were watching the show tonight saw the show we had with the the disciples of Carlos Castaneda, the 3 disciples. They were called the shock mules at the time, although I understand now they're called something else. But they would call their exercises, their movement, their moving meditations, the tensegrity movements, and they would talk about it as being a gathering of energy, and that's what I'm feeling happening in the studio, is that as they're moving and as they're dancing, it's just that the energy is just building and building in here, and it's really a wonderful experience. So they're going to do one more, Crystal and Marna are going to do the circle dance, so you should be in for another treat. So Marna, Crystal. Well, I'd like to thank Marna and Jeff and Crystal for coming in for this incredible experience. It's been a really powerful show for me. I hope it has been for you. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, or if you're in some other place and you see the show every week, we'll be back next week. But the thing I really want you to remember is that you are love, God is love, and you are God. Don't ever forget that. I mean, and we're all brothers and sisters here. The love is what can carry us, the cooperation, the working together. We need to have that experience.